I mean, it was visually impressive. So, Moonfall. This was actually on my most anticipated movies for this year, after seeing the trailer. And I definitely realised that was probably because you got all the visual gloriness without any story to it. Except the obvious of Moon hitting Earth. And that probably would have been cool. If that's all it actually was. All I can really say, without spoiling anything, is it's not that simple. And that, for me, is the movie's downfall. It tries to be a sci-fi, hard-thinking movie. It just didn't work. There is so much jargon thrown at you to try and explain what's going on, what's this mean, what's that. And I was just in the cinema like... Just try to be way more sophisticated and complicated than it really needed to be. As I said, visually, when things are happening on screen, like the moon getting closer to the earth and gravity moving objects and everything, and debris hitting mountains and everything, it looked really quite impressive and cool. Beautiful shots of space. Reminded us a lot of the film Gravity in that sense. And as well, the same with Gravity, it's more of an experience film to be seen in the cinema, on the huge screen and massive surround sound. If you really want to see this, all I can say is really do it in the cinema. This is really one I feel people just wouldn't enjoy at home. It would just lack everything that basically makes it somewhat watchable. Just as well, there's so many subplots branching off in different areas with people's families. I do get it as necessary, obviously, in this kind of film, but when certain losses happen, I just wasn't bothered. Really, apart from the three main characters, yeah, and even then, it's barely. Just obviously the usual disaster movie tropes. Incredibly dumb decisions at incredibly dumb times. I mean, there's a giant tsunami coming and you get out of your car to look for a good couple of minutes. And then you're like, oh my god, quickly get back in the car. It's ridiculous and you just can't buy into these people. I mean, there was literally a moment in the cinema I was watching and I involuntarily just face-palmed on a sequence with epic music and cheese-filled action jump. Really nice seeing Halle Berry in here though. Not seen her in much lately. And she does a pretty damn good job considering the writing. She's playing a NASA executive, Jocinda, who was on the repair mission that her and Patrick Wilson, Brian Harper, were doing. Who again, Patrick Wilson, Brian Harper, does a fine job here, considering. He is basically the one on that repair mission. He sees this mysterious force and no one believes him. Until, of course, it's too late. A nice little surprise here. We do have John Bradley, who played Sam in Game of Thrones. He is actually a standout here. He basically plays, obviously because of this kind of film, he plays a conspiracy theorist who believes there is an alien-like thing that has built the moon, megastructure. And what I do actually find interesting in these kind of films is there's always a conspiracy theorist who is just made to look like an absolute nut. But turns out to be right pretty much all the time. But yeah, John Bradley actually does a good job in here. I did actually like him in the film. He does give a bit of comedy relief from this boring talk hurled your way. So basically, if you insist on checking this film out, make sure you do so in the cinema. Visually impressive with some really beautiful shots. Really just held back by trying to pull out a smart ass rabbit out of its hat, and it just didn't work for me. I gotta give this one a 5 out of 10. Just your average disaster film that does try to be a little bit more. All in all, when it did try, it was just very boring. Fool, did you enjoy this film? Do let us know down in the comments. So, thank you all for watching and have a fantastic